What's good, homies? What's good? What's good? We in the building. Had a little long day today, man, so I just pulled over so I can get one in right quick. Get us a good one in, man. Talk real live talk. We do. Stay balanced. What's good, bro? Good to see you in the building, homie. Let's get the people a few minutes slide in. RMJ, what up, homie? Gonna get the people a few minutes. This one just popped up out the blue. 313, what up? What's good, homies? What's good? Give the people a little bit of time, man, to plump. What up? KG3, what up? What's good? Fierce, what up? I see you in the building, man. D Flemings, my brother, what's good, man? Good to see you in the building. Appreciate you being in the joint, homie. Tayon Jackson, what up, TJ? I see the homies sliding through, man. Let's go ahead and get the people a few get in here. We're gonna try to make the audio do okay on this one, man. That's why I went on pulled over, man. I want the audio to be straight on this one. Marlon, what up, homie? MVP, what up? Dev Miles, I see you, homie. What's good? Stay focused. What up, homie? Let's give the people a couple more minutes to get in here, man. Hope everybody, man, been having a great day, man. You know, we got this old holiday season coming up, man. I got a great show for y'all, man, on so-called Christmas Eve, man. I got a great show for y'all. We're gonna really get in depth on something, man, that none of us are thinking about right now unless we going through it. So y'all be looking forward to that, man. So that may be my next show, man. I may not do any live streams until then. I will be uploading regular content, but I may not do any live streams until any more live streams after today. I may not do any more until December 24th, man, because I got a big one lined up, man. Something big, man. And I doubt if anyone else is gonna be doing it, man. I'm sure no one else has even thought about it. If they have, then great minds think alike. So I had a consultation, man, with a client, man, and he was that he messed up his relationship with a good girl, right? And he said that she moved on to another man, stayed with that other man for about a year, and then they broke up. And now he's going hard trying to get her back. And he's wondering why it's so hard to get her back. So I asked him, I said, brother, do you really want her back? Or do you want back what you had with her? He thought about it. He said, I want back what I had with her. I said, bro, you ain't gonna ever get that back. For two reasons. For one, she's already gone and been with another man. So she's not the same woman because now she has that man's energy mixed in with her and you and whatever other man she's been with. So she's not the same woman that you remember. Something's different about her. And you can't tell it by looking at her, but you damn sure gonna be able to tell it if you deal with her. And he said, well, you know, we can work through that. I said, nah, you can't work through that because the reason she's different like that is because God doesn't bless you to go back to be with that woman. And he said, bro, you can't just be speaking for God, man. So I hit him with Deuteronomy 24, verses 1 through 4. And it reads, when a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he had found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send her out of his house. And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. And if the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement, and giveth it in her hand, and sendeth her out of his house, or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife, after that she is defiled. For that is abomination before the Lord, and thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance. It is a sin. It is foul. It is filthy for you to take a woman back after she's gone and been with another man. Now, think about this. I know somebody's going to say, well, what about the one left? You see, it didn't make any reference to the woman leaving right here, because women didn't have the power to leave. So what we're talking about is whether a woman leaves you or whoever leaves who. We're talking about once that woman goes and be with another man, you can't be with them. So why would you want to? See, you got a lot of men out here that live with regrets. Now, you can regret not working hard. You can regret not grinding. You can regret not focusing on things. You can regret wasting time doing something you didn't want to do instead of doing the thing that you wanted to do. But you cannot regret not being with some woman. You simply cannot regret not being with some woman. See, what you got to understand is this. We live in a society that guilt trips a man for not being what this society says he should be in a relationship with the woman. See what I'm saying? You got a lot of men out here that will tell a man, when you create a child with the woman, you're supposed to stay there. Now, these are the very same men who will stay in a scenario that they're not happy in. And they think they're supposed to compromise their joy and happiness because they made a mistake of having a child with the wrong woman. No, that's not how it goes. See, society would tell you that black men are leaving their families. No, black men are leaving situations that don't work for them as men. Black men are getting to a crossroads where it says, oh man, I just better compromise my manhood and go ahead and stay in this situation. No, black men are getting to a situation where they're saying, no, I'm not going to compromise my manhood to stay in the situation. I'm not going to bow down. Well, she should be the one bowing down. And in that situation, a man will feel guilty in the long run. He'll feel guilty in the long run. He'll let people guilt trip him in the long run and tell him that he should have stayed. And he'll let his mama get in his ear, and his grandmama get in his ear, and his old beta male pops get in his ear, and his old beta male friends get in his ear. And they'll all tell him that he should go back and try to make it right, even though that woman has been with another man. Have you ever seen a man marry a woman, divorce her, she go marry another man, divorce him, and the man marry her again? I've seen this in real life, brothers. What in your right mind would possess you to believe that if things got so bad between you and a woman that you left her, or even worse, she disliked you and developed so much disdain and lack of sexual attraction for you that she left, and you want her back? What kind of man wants a woman back who left him? Think about that. If a woman leaves you and you take her back, she knows how much you want her. And I know somebody's going to say, well, you should let a woman know. No, you should let a woman know the first time. The second time you're trying to get back with a woman, that woman is going to run ramshot over you. Whatever happened in the first place, it's probably going to happen again. See, you got to stop reading these romance novels with these women. You got to stop watching these romantic movies with these women. You got to stop listening to these female dating coaches with these women. And you got to keep in mind that you as a man already have your governing body right here in the Word of God. This isn't even about whether you believe God is in the sky or this is about this book works as a guide to men to avoid the pitfalls of life. I don't care. You can say anything you want to about whether you believe in God, but what cannot be denied is that if you follow the words that are in this book, you're going to avoid damn near all the pitfalls, if not all of the pitfalls that men face in life, especially when it comes to relationships. Everything you need is right here. Look at here, man. I'll take you Genesis through Deuteronomy and Proverbs. Genesis through Deuteronomy, Proverbs, and Ecclesiastes. Those books in themselves can govern your life in a way that you'll achieve things you never thought you could achieve, that you'll avoid things that no one around you can avoid, that you'll never find yourself in a beta male simp mangina situation where you can't even control your life anymore. You can't even determine your comings or goings anymore. You got to bow down to a woman, and you are around here with a t-shirt on that says, happy wife, happy life. I want you to think about that, brothers. You walking around with a t-shirt on that says happy wife, happy life. And even though your wife is happy, your life is still miserable. So it's not even the fact that happy wife, happy life is such a bad statement. It's the fact that even when you do everything in your power to make her happy, your life still ain't happy. So it's a blatant lie. Not only does it sound foul, not only is it a beta male simp mangina mindset, but it sounds foul and it's a lie, man. Happy wife does not mean happy life. It has never meant happy life for any man. It never has. Renzel, appreciate the $2 super chat, bro. Brother, say salute to the Alpha Sphere. Salute to you as well, my brother. And let me tell you what's even worse. Listen, I just did a consultation with a dude. And I'm not going to even consult this cat no more, man, because nothing I told him worked. He said he went away for a while, about 7 years. His woman had a child with another man while he was away. He said he didn't have a problem with that because he was looking at longer than that. So he kind of figured that, he wasn't going to try to hold her and keep her from moving on. I said, fine, that's very noble of you. He said, but now he wants her back. He's back home. He wants her back. And this is the kicker. He told her he forgives her for having a child. And he'll take care of the child like it's his own. I'm going to say that again to you. He said he'll raise the baby like it's his own. Now I want you to think about the amount of illogic in that statement. Think about the amount of illogic in that statement. I will raise that baby like it's my own. First of all, you put yourself way out there for a woman who more than likely wants you. This is what I told him. I said, bro, you put yourself out there for a woman who don't even want you, man. Then he said, well, we talk about it and she give me positive feedback. I said, what she tell you? She tell you to come on back? She tell you, well, let's just work on it. Let's acclimate ourselves to one another again, because I don't know how much that's changed you. You don't know how much this situation changed me. Let's just acclimate that. So no, but she don't never tell me, we can't do that. I said, bro, let me tell you something. So what's going to happen to the baby daddy? What he going to do? He's just going to fall back and say, okay, buddy, I know you're here now. I'm going to fall back. I'm going to pull my name out of the hat and let you just have my baby to raise as your own. You never have to worry about me again. Is that true? Is that what you think the man going to say? That fool said, man, we'll get to that bridge when we cross it. I said, boy, you at that bridge already. That bridge is burnt. You can't even cross it. You sitting here trying to decide if you're going to run way back and try to jump across this valley. Boy, this is the Grand Canyon. A bird with wings have to take a rest before they fly across this. No way you could jump across. But he's sitting there, man, doing that little rocking thing people be doing when they get ready to jump. He's sitting there doing that little rocking thing like he finna get ready to jump, huh? I'm like, bro, Deuteronomy 24:3. And if the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and sendeth her out of his house, or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife after that she is defiled. Even if you have a woman that goes and bees with another man and that man dies, you still can't take her back. You got boys that's going trying to fight the man that the woman with now, trying to cause drama in the woman's life. Now, I'm going to tell you, that's why that inclination to not let a woman move on to anybody else. You ever heard a story about a man who moved on from a woman, who let a woman go, but didn't want her to be with nobody else? That's because it's internal for us to let a woman go and see if she can get herself together, but she better not go be with nobody else. We don't want her to go be with nobody else. That's an internal thing, man. That's something that's an innate thought that we have. That's an innate outlook that we have. We're born with that. No matter if we're together and then I push you to the side for a minute, you still belong to me. That's just what we do. That's how we feel. But see, what you have to understand is this. Now, if sex consecrates marriage, then that means even if your woman goes and cheats on you, she's defiled. Even if your woman goes and consecrates another interaction with another man, she's defiled. Now, I know some woman is going to say, well, what about the man? Unfortunately for you, there's no reference made to if a man go have another wife, that he's going to have to, that he can't have both his wives. I'm just letting you know. That's the reality of it. So you have to keep in mind, man, that every time you think you want an ex back, man, I don't have no positive thoughts about getting now woman from my past back. I don't want them back. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing about them. I wouldn't want them back if they hadn't been with nobody. I just don't want them back. Once a relationship runs its course, brothers, it's over. You got to wrap your mind around the concept that a relationship is over once it runs its course. This is what you have to do. You did? Now, quick side note here. I know today I talked about, I got a lot of backflack for that joint about how Jesus and God are not the same, but in Deuteronomy. I know this is off the beaten path, but hey, man, I play by my own rules. Deuteronomy 24:16. The father shall not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin. There you go. So there's no way that this whole Christian belief that God gave his only begotten son to die for the sin of man. Come on, man. Your own son won't die for you. So anyway, let's go. So I want y'all to keep in mind, man, that when it's over with a woman, bro, it's over. It's over, man. Never even think twice about being back with a woman. Not in no serious relationship. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? If y'all were in a serious relationship, you shouldn't even be having those thoughts. If you're not in a serious relationship, I know you don't have them. But if you're in a serious relationship with a woman, man, then it's over. It ended for a reason. Let me tell you something, man. Everybody's looking for a good relationship. All men and women are looking for a good relationship. I'm talking about whatever good is to you. A good relationship to you may be two women who accept the fact that they're going to be sister wives. A good relationship to you may be just having one woman. A good relationship to you may be having a bunch of women and don't none of them live with you, and but all them just with you and nobody else. Whatever your idea of a good relationship is. For a woman, a good relationship may be having one man to love your dirty drawers. For a woman, a relationship may be having a good man at home and having another man on the side. Whatever, this is the thing. Your idea of a relationship, you got to answer to God for your sinful dealings. You got to answer to God for your sinful outlook as far as spreading yourself thin. Now, that second one about a woman, don't do that. That's just not something a woman can do and still be good. A woman can't be with multiple men and still be good. A woman can't have a man at home and a man on the side and think she's a good woman. That's just not how it goes. It can't be done. So whatever your idea of a relationship is, if your idea of a relationship, let's say you're a woman that's going out there getting money. If your idea of a relationship is a man who'll help more at home, bam, that's your idea of a perfect relationship. If your idea of a good relationship, if you're a woman that prefers to be a homemaker, and your ideal relationship is a man who's going out there getting the money and allow you to do that, then that's your thing. Whatever your idea of a good relationship is, you want that. We all want that. Mine is multiple women who never get in their feelings and try to be the only one. That's mine. But whatever it is, if you got it, you ain't gonna get rid of it too easily. My point is, if the relationship was so great, it wouldn't be over. And if it is over, why do you want to invite some back into your life that failed? Are you such a failure? Do you have such a defeatist mindset that you would willingly invite something back into your life that failed in the first place? Something that just doesn't work. It didn't work in your life. It failed in your life. D. Flemings, I appreciate the super chat, brother. This is something that didn't work in your life, and you probably threw years at it. You probably threw a whole bunch of effort at it. You probably threw a whole bunch of energy at it. You probably did a whole bunch of compromising in it, and it still didn't work. It was not intended to be. So how can you look at something? And this is the main thing you're doing. You're looking at a relationship. It's bad. It didn't work. And you are looking at it as your best option moving forward, if you're willing to accept that person back in a relationship. That means that out of all the people in the world, you think somebody that you couldn't make it work with before is your best option. Now, what does that say about you? Now, what does that say about you? All these beautiful people in the world. You know what it says? It says that you don't trust the energy that you put into the world to bring you anything good back. So you might as well go for what you know. You might as well stick with what you know. The problem is, as a man, if you go backwards to a woman that's already moved on to another man, you're sinning against the Most High. You're inviting evil energy into your life. You're inviting negative energy into your life. You're inviting that spirit of failure right back into your life. Because let me tell you something. Failing once is bad enough. You fail twice at the same thing, boy, you suck. Like people who go take the bar exam and fail twice. Man, you take the bar exam and fail twice, man, you don't waste your time at law school. You might as well just go be a paralegal somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You might well go be a court stenographer or something, man. You might well go. You might as well go do something else. Anything that fails more than once, it's a failing situation. It is not something you should invite in your life. Relationships are about understanding people. And after a certain amount of time together, two people understand one another enough, at least, to be able to sustain a relationship. And if you can't do that now, you're not going to do that in 5 years. And you know what irks me? These people who say, well, two people met up again. You know, they were together before and then they went and lived their lives. They messed up. They were young and dumb. They weren't ready. And then they come back. Man, that never works. Because for one thing, 9 times out of 10, the trust was betrayed on one side or the other. And I promise you, I'll tell you this. Trust is like your score at school. Think about your score at school. Let's think about a free throw shooter, rather. Think about a free throw shooter. As long as he's making shots, he's 100%. He misses one shot, drops to 97%. If he never misses a shot again, he'll never be 100% again. 100% is perfect. Let's look at your scores in school. Let's say you got a 4.0. All you make, 100s. 100. 100. You mess around and get well, let's not use school. Let's just use an exam score. If you make a 97 on an exam, it's just a 97. It's never going to be a 100. That's what we're talking about here. That's what trust is. Trust is either 100% or it doesn't exist. Trust is 100% or it doesn't exist. You either are a perfect free throw shooter or you missed one or two. And once the trust is not 100% anymore, it is not strong enough to sustain a relationship. You see, trust is built on respect. These are the levels of these are the building blocks of a relationship. Trust is built on respect. And once the trust is betrayed, the respect is betrayed as well. And once the respect and trust are betrayed, they are never the same again. They are never worth it again. You know what I'm saying? You go from being a person who can just, leave their phone anywhere and don't have to worry about anything, man, to having somebody constantly checking your stuff all the time. You understand? Now, granted, in the large scheme of things, that shouldn't be a problem. But when you think about the necessity of it, when that becomes necessary, then it is a problem. Because if you're telling somebody that you're in a monogamous relationship with them and there's nobody else, you understand? Or you're telling somebody it's just you and I, there's no one else, then you have to understand and keep in mind that you book to that person. Two people who are in a sworn monogamous relationship where everybody's saying, okay, we're monogamous. What they have to do is be able to access your stuff. You can't keep your phone locked at home if you're in a monogamous relationship, because we live in a world that's people are so ratchet, people are so cutthroat, people are so conniving. Everybody got a knife ready to backstab. That person won't look in your joint sometime, just to keep themselves sane, just to be sure. See, this is how you stave off doubt. This is how you stave off concern and worry. This is how you stave off stress in a relationship. If you are in a relationship, and that's why I tell men, be honest. If you're in a relationship and you tell your woman, okay, you my number one, but this is my other woman. They know about one another. You still ain't got nothing to hide. If you leave your phone out, man, she looks through it and she sees that woman. She knows about that woman already. You got to understand, man, that relationships are tough and people normally put the right amount of work into them. Just because they fail doesn't mean people don't put the right amount of work into it. What failing relationship means, I'll tell you what failing relationships mean later on this week. Well, later on when I start back next week, man, I got some great topics next week. A failed relationship is not about two people not putting forth the effort. It's about the wrong two people putting forth the effort. If two people who are not meant to be together put forth optimal effort for a relationship, it does not matter. If we're not meant to be together, it doesn't matter how hard we work. It's going to fail. KG3, appreciate the $2 super chat, bro. I'm going to say you talking about what I was rapping about earlier. Great minds, bro. Great minds. So you have to keep in mind that every time you look at a failed relationship, especially your own, you have to understand that 9 times out of 10, two people aren't compatible. Let me tell you what compatibility is. Compatibility starts from day one. I tell people all the time, you meet someone, man, and y'all at odds from the beginning, it's over already. You know what I'm saying? If you meet somebody and y'all at odds from the beginning, it's over already. If you meet a woman, you can't get along with her from the beginning, it's over already. You meet a woman and y'all got differences, y'all got totally opposite viewpoints, it's over already. Like me, if I meet a chick and she talking about she feminist, it's over already. It's over. Listen, bro, any woman who open her mouth to say that, it's over already. You know what I'm saying? And I got a story, man, that's brewing, man. I don't know how it's going to pan out, but it's looking like the NBA is about to make a crazy move, man. Like A strong move into the direction of matriarchy, man. But we'll wait and see how it's gonna pan out, man, before I speak on it. So, but you got to keep in mind certain things I hear from a woman, man. I'm not talking. It's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? If I meet a woman and she's overweight, hey man, listen. Unless she can tell me something that really happened, that really took place, man, to cause her to be in that state, man, like her mom and dad both died, or her dad killed her mom and killed himself, or vice versa, and she just went into a depression. She got to be able to tell me, man, she went into a depression within the past year. Ain't no woman finna be able to tell me, man, that she been overweight like that for 10 years. I'm not interested in that. I'm not saying a woman can't be overweight, man. Listen, bro, if a woman eat the wrong thing, man, she'll blow up in a minute because her body already has a bunch more fat than ours. Her body has pockets where it wants to be fat, where it needs to be fat. A woman should never be lean enough to see her abs blocked up. That's just too lean for a woman. But that's neither here nor there. If a woman has multiple children by multiple men, man, bro, listen, bro, listen. If a woman has 2 children, 3 children, that's already a tough sell. But let's say you take a woman who got 3 children by 3 men, you take a woman who got 3 children by 1 man, and they were married. That's a totally different outlook. Neither one of them, but that's a totally different outlook. That's 2 different scenarios with seemingly the same result. But whatever it is for you, that thing that you have a pet peeve, or those things that are pet peeves of yours, never cross those things. Never go into a scenario and say, well, I'm just going to forget about how I think. I'm just forget about my desires. I'm just going to forget about my own outlook and go against myself. Never go against yourself, man. You know what you like. You know what you want. You see what I'm saying? If a woman can't control her anger, man, I mean, not at me. She better not bring no anger my way. But if a woman can't control her anger, man, if she has a history, once she tells you her story, she got a history of not being able to control her anger. Man, I'm not dealing with a woman who can't control her anger. Because you know what happened? We'll be out somewhere and she'll get fly at the mouth, say something to the wrong cat, and then I got to either knock a cat out or sit there and watch her get whooped. One or the other, depending on what she say to the cat. Certain things a woman can say to a cat, man, I'm finna let him do whatever he gonna do to him, I'm gonna let him do it. You know what I'm saying? Because certain things are out of line. And I'm not going to defend a woman that's wrong. I'm not going to do it. Now, if we out somewhere, man, she's a good girl, sweet girl, man, and somebody just get mad because he won't say nothing to her, man, then I'm going to jump into the film. I'm not going to let nobody turn into a menace. I'm not going to let nobody intimidate her by being menacing. But for real, if she say the wrong thing, or, man, listen, bro, I'm not getting in nobody's strife. Certain things are fighting words. Certain things are fighting actions. I'm staying out of that. I don't got no cape on, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no S on my chest, man. It's A on my chest. So, I say this to you, man. You have to keep in mind that you don't want anyone's sloppy seconds. Not even your own. I don't want my own sloppy seconds. If a woman be with me, then I get rid of her and I take her back, man, I'm taking my own sloppy seconds. I don't want that. That makes no sense to me, bruh. So I'm just gonna take my own. I'm gonna take my own sloppy seconds. And the thing is, I already know about these. I already know what she about. So I'm gonna take her back. Damn, my options must be limited, bruh. My options must be limited if I'm gonna take back my own sloppy seconds. All the things that made me let her go. All the things that made me let her go. I'm just going to accept all those things back. Because let me tell you something. And this is what I know for a fact. A woman ain't going to go off. A woman that you had to get rid of because of her ways or her outlooks or some things that she wouldn't change. Trust me, she's not going to go to the next man and he change him because a woman only get access to one alpha in her life. One. Let me tell you something, brothers, and this real talk. This ain't me being cocky or nothing, man. This is me just telling facts. Any woman that's ever been with me, man, she ain't never met another man like me. She ain't never met another man on my level at all. Now, she may have met a man richer. She may have met a man more handsome. She may have met a man with a better physique. She may have met a man with more education. But she ain't never met a man that's solid B's across the board. My average is murking everybody she ever met. Because where a cat A in finance, the boy got an F in body. And if you got an A in body, the boy got an F in education. And if you got an A in education, the boy got an F in spirituality. So no woman who's ever been in my life has ever met another man like me. And whenever I happen to come across one of them or end up, having words with one of them after, no matter how much time has passed, it's always the same thing. You understand? But the thing is, bro, let me tell you what's crazy. They know how I am. They know that there's no possibility that we're going to ever be back together. They know that. But if they're not involved, and shit, a couple of them have been involved with someone, but if they're not involved with no one, bro, they'll try it. They'll shoot their shot. You know what I'm saying? They'll shoot their shot, try to get with me, want to spend a little time, whatever, but, it's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. Because this is the thing, brothers, and this real talk. I can't even bring myself to be aroused for a woman from my past. Because if I got rid of her, then it was something that was one of my pet peeves. Or, I don't know. It could have been anything. But I know once I get rid of a woman, brother, because like I tell you, man, I ain't never had a woman leave me, not a woman that I wanted. I've had a woman leave me that I ran off, but I never had a woman that I wanted leave me. I never wanted a woman and she said, well, no, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm leaving. No, I ain't never had that. I don't even know how that feels. I'm not saying I never will know how I feel, but right now, this day, December 19, 2019, brother, I don't know how it feels. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to know how it feels. If you need advice on how that feels, you got to go find somebody else, brother, because I don't know it. But that's one of the benefits. You know what? That's one of the major benefits of letting women choose you. When women choose you, they don't want to leave you. They feel like they've met the one. You understand? They feel like they've met the one. If you lay the lumber down, which is the reason they choose in the first place, you lay the lumber down, whatever that means for you. For some cats, it means, you get just as freaky as the woman is. For me, what it means is I train the woman, control the scenario, and teach the woman how to please me in the process of teaching her how to gain pleasure out of the scenario as well. Am I saying I just lay back and kick back and with my hand behind my head? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I quickly teach a woman how to gain pleasure from giving me pleasure. You understand? And that ain't some game I'm going to give up right here, man, on YouTube, though. That had to be a Patreon drop. So I say this to you, man, before we get on out this thing, brothers. When you think about the woman that got away, ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing as the one that got away. If she wasn't meant for you, she didn't get away. And if she was meant for you, the Most High probably would have blessed you with her. Because if she meant for you, then she from the Most High. Any woman who ain't from the Most High, bro, you shouldn't want that at all. And if you had to get rid of a woman because she wasn't who she said she was, or she changed up on you, came out a different bag on you, then you have to keep in mind that woman was never meant to be yours. You just weren't patient enough to see who she was before you jumped down that thing. YMC, my brother, appreciate the $2 super chat. Appreciate you listening in on the road, brother. You got to take your time and screen these women. But you screen them to glean them. Now, what does that mean? That means you only screen women in order to glean out the ones that just aren't going to fit into your program. The ones who aren't going to fit into your life, the ones who aren't compatible with the spot that's available in your life for a woman or women. As men, we don't take enough time. We look at women. See, a woman will give you a 90-day rule in a minute. A man won't give a woman that. That's why I tell you all the time, man, give a woman 90 days. Give her 90 days just to prove that she is who she is. See, a woman can act like a good girl, act like she wholesome, act like she don't use no profanity, she don't do nothing, man. You give her about 45 to 60 days, man, she come out a different bag, and then you realize, man, I don't even know who this chick is. But you shouldn't know. You shouldn't know who a woman is in 30 days. You understand? You shouldn't. The whole point of having the conversation in the beginning, we ain't gonna get into that right here. I'll talk about that a little bit later too. I gotta stop giving up so much random game, man, on these joints, man. Try to stick to the topic a little bit more. So I say this, brothers. Build yourself into the most alpha version of yourself. And one of the main ways you do that is eliminating dead weight and negative energy. And one of the greatest forms of negative energy is trying to hold on to a woman who's giving you nothing but negative energy. Soldier God, appreciate you following GMB advice. Coming on over, bro. Welcome to the Alpha Sphere. So I say this to you, brothers. You deserve what you accept. But you also deserve what you demand. Devin Miles, appreciate the super chat, bro. So only demand the best for yourself. And sloppy seconds, even if they're your own, is not what's best for you. Salute to the Mod Squad. I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. And remember, my brothers, no matter what, put God first and keep grinding and growing, homies. Peace.